I was on a book tour prior to Christmas. And as with any traditional book tour, you spend your day running back and forth, being interviewed, television stations, radio stations, print journalists, etc. You're just running back and forth across the city. There would be times in the day where we would have an hour between interviews, so we would go to a bookstore and sign some books. And what I would do is I would Twitter that I was going to be at this bookstore signing books for the Age of Persuasion for the next hour. Here's a location. So inside those 140 characters, I would give that information. And within probably 10 to 15 minutes, people would start coming into the store who saw the Twitters. So it was this amazing way to get, I wanted a reaction within the next hour. And Twitter was able to give me that. I don't know where else I could have gone to get that kind of instantaneous feedback. Even an older gentleman came in, and this was in Regina, and he said to me, "My son is a lawyer in Toronto. He just saw your Twitter. He just called me up and said, 'Dad, what are you doing right now? I need you to get down to that Chapter store to get a book signed, an Age of Persuasion book signed.'" So there was like a tri-city thing happening there that only Twitter, I think, could have delivered. So that was a great indication to me of how it can work immediately. I think we're in the toddler diaper stage of understanding the internet. So what works, what doesn't work, there's going to be a lot of experimenting going on right now that there hasn't been for decades. Advertisers have to know that, and they have to be ready. They have to have the stomach for it, that some things are not going to work. Other things are going to be fantastic, and the breakthroughs that'll come are going to be so big because of the audience you can reach online is so much more in numbers than mass traditional media could have ever delivered. Like Janet Keston's Dove spot was viewed by 5 million people within a couple of days, or within 10 days of it being put online. You could never get that kind of viewership on traditional mass media. The flip side is you don't know who those 5 million people are, because you're putting it out there and anybody can go see it, so you're not directing it to a certain target market the way mass media, traditional media did. So there's that disconnect. Big market, big audience, but you don't know who they are. Does this work? We're not sure, but we're going to try it. It's all changing.